everyone, and welcome to At the Van Wezel. I'm Mary Bensel, your host and executive director of the Van Wezel, and I'm here with Julia Mays, our marketing director. Hello, Miss Mays.
Hello, Miss Bensel.
Are you ready to talk really, really fast?
I am, but I'm so excited.
We're about to announce our season, and we have over 100 shows, folks. So, you know, the brochure will be out. You should have it either in the next few days or just received it. It's gorgeous, and see, they used my picture right on the cover. Actually, that's Catherine McPhee, who is gorgeous of Smash and American Idol fame.
And handsome Yanni's on the front, I see also.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, there are a few shows that we should point out that were already announced, but they're coming up very shortly. Diana Ross, Miss Ross, the voice, the legend, the music, September 11th.
You're gonna love her.
You're gonna love her. And then, of course, So You Think You Can Dance went on sale, and it sold a whole slew of tickets. So get yours now. Don't wait till October 27th, and it'll be all the winners, and it should be a great, fun show. And I'm sure that's going to be a sellout. And then we have following right behind that, Mamma Mia on October 29th and 30th. Your phone even sings the whole cast
the whole
album.
Thing, yes.
And then Rodney Atkins, he has special guests with him, Frankie Ballard and Rose Falcone. Again, another sellout potential, folks. This show.
Get your tickets now. That's why we put them on sale early.
He's a country star, and you know, it's really amazing. You know, I was recently in Nashville, and he is just a fantastic. So it's a big show with 3 acts. So, and then Celtic Thunder Mythology is November 16th.
Everybody likes Celtic Thunder. That's why we keep bringing it back.
But this is a new show.
Yep, a new show.
You owe me a Coke. It's a new show. And so anyway, I just thought we'd sort of group them a little bit together. And comedy is king this year at the Van Wezel.
Yeah, seems to be.
I mean, how many comedy shows? It's like,
I think we've got 7 or 8.
I think it's more like 10 or 12 if you throw in some of them. But our comedy is starting out with Defending the Caveman, which is a very, very funny relationship show. And then it follows on January the 2nd with Ron White. And, you know, one thing somebody said, you have so many comedians. I said, yeah, but some are political, some are younger comedians, some are more mature. Is that a proper way to say that?
Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
And some are family, and some are not family comedians.
So please
AKA Joan Rivers.
Please check the stats before you buy your ticket.
So Ron White is not a family show.
No, he is not.
But he is hysterical, and he has been here before. So get your tickets immediately. This sells out almost on sale.
Louis Black is in that.
Louis Black.
Mark
Russell? Mark Russell is at the end. But we have Jerry Lewis, one of the greatest comedians of all time.
Legendary.
Legendary Jerry Lewis, and I'm so excited to meet him. And this is his first time here at the Van Wezel, and he'll be here on January 21. And then a friend of yours, Steve Solomon, is coming to town on January 26th. Because he has had all these shows. My mother's Italian, my father's Jewish, and I'm in therapy. And this one, it's
cannolis, latkes, and
guilt. You know, so, and then probably the most exciting show of the year is Jay Leno is going to be here, and that's here for our foundation gala. So that'll be attached to a whole gala to help our education and beautification projects. That's our foundation's gala. But Jay Leno will be here, and the interesting fact about Jay Leno, his last night on The Tonight Show will be the night before our gala. So folks, that is on February the 7th. He's going out the top of the rankings, and I'm really excited.
That's going to be fun.
And then a comedian I adore, Bob Newhart, is here.
I love Bob Newhart. Remember the old Bob Newhart shows?
All of them. He was so funny. And he's, you know, you talk about a comedian that's been through so much. He's up for an Emmy this year. So Bob Newhart just keeps going. And, you know, who will ever forget him and Elf? And then we have return of one of the big kings of comedy. Jerry Seinfeld is coming back.
Yes.
He loves Sarasota so much that he's coming back, and he's here on March the 7th.
I think he's bypassing the East Coast this time to come just here.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
And of course, we mentioned Joan Rivers. She's going to be here on the 15th, and that is going to be a wild and crazy show, and she is like everywhere these days.
Oh, yeah. If you've not watched her new program with her daughter, you've got to watch it.
And then, of course, she's selling jewelry on QVC. She's all over the place, and she directed a movie and a documentary. It was, you and I got up early on a Sunday and went and saw that, remember?
Yes.
And then Bill Cosby is the next day. So Joan, leave the kids at home. Bill, bring them.
Yes.
You know,
and we have 2 shows of that too, so that'll be nice.
What, at 3 and 7?
3 and 7.
And then Mark Russell, as you mentioned, who is also very much a political
Yeah.
He was before all these guys, you know, with the political humor. He was before all those.
Yes.
And then we have Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. And I experience this every day of my life, this show. I really do.
Yes.
So that's
and that show, by the way, just so everybody knows, the book is very serious. It was written very serious for a purpose. However, the gentleman that wrote the actual play informs us that it's going to be hilarious. But based on...
I thought the book was hilarious.
It is hilarious. Well, I think it's very funny just because of men and women.
Well, let's talk about music and bands.
Yes.
We have America coming, and I love America. And that is on November the 21st. And then Cheap Trick. And I've gotten so many people telling me they are excited about Cheap Trick.
They're very good. I presented them way back in the days and traveling and on tour.
You know, and that's here on December the 5th. Then Kenny Loggins, who I adore, is here. And I'm sorry we're rushing, folks, but there's so many shows. We'll talk about these more in depth.
Yeah, of course.
Our ever popular Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons will be here on March the 10th. And the Indigo Girls is a great new show.
With an orchestra, so
with
it's
the
going
full
to be
orchestra.
exciting.
So that's just a little taste of some of the music. But then for the holidays, for the Christmas time and Thanksgiving and Hanukkah, we have a great lineup. We have Cirque Dreams Holidays here on November 24th.
One of my favorites, Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald, and he's singing. He has a great Christmas album, but he's also going to do holidays and hits.
Yeah.
So that's fabulous. That's December the 10th. And then Dave Koz this year. I think it's the 14th year we presented Dave Koz.
Yeah, it is. And by the way, he's bringing back one of our favorites, which is Kiko Matsui, which she's absolutely fabulous. The younger people love her.
As much as I love her, I love Jonathan Butler.
And Jonathan Butler for us. And then a new one, Alita Adams.
And you know, Alita Adams sings that song, Get Me If You Can, Take the Plane, I just adore that song. And Alita Adams, so it should be an incredible, right after Thanksgiving on the 29th. Then we have the New York Tenors coming in. And for, this is on December the 12th. And most of you have probably seen Michael Amante, because he's been here with I first did a show with Michael Amante, and he was the unknown person, and all these stars so he opened, and then nobody wanted to go on. So the next night, nobody wanted to go on because he had such a big voice and he's handsome. And so he's here with 2 other tenors, and this is the New York Tenors on 12/12. Then we take you to Ireland for Danu, and I cannot say the name in Irish.
I can't either, so get your book and look it up.
Look it in your brochure.
Look it in the brochure.
Iliana, Neko, Wako Wako. And that is
Somebody's going to get on us, I'm
somebody
sure.
can come and teach me, and I've been to Ireland twice, and that's 12/16. Then we have Wynton Marsalis with the Jazz at Lincoln Center Orchestra, and that's a holiday concert as well.
And he has a guest also, of which I unfortunately cannot remember her name at the moment.
Well,
However,
I'm so glad you brought that up. Whenever you bring these things up, it's such a high moment for me.
I was hoping you'd have it written down in your notes, Mary Bell.
No, I do not.
Okay, that's another one we have to let you look in your book.
In your book, yes. And then we have A Christmas Carol, and that's on December 22nd, and that is by the Nebraska Theater Caravan. It is so touching.
The better ones.
It makes your Christmas complete. And of course, what would be the holidays without Nutcracker? And we have 2. We have the Sarasota Ballet's Circus Nutcracker, and that's here for 2 days, 12/20 and 12/21. And you get your tickets for that directly from the ballet.
That's right.
And then the Russian Nutcracker, the Great Russian Nutcracker on 12/29. And you literally could see both because they're so different.
They're different.
And then we have Salute to Vienna, which has moved from New Year's Day to January 3rd. And so many people said to me, why don't we get a chance? But they don't want to go out on New Year's Day. So it's moved to the 3rd, and this is a great, great tradition. And this year you can watch it on PBS because there's a special PBS special.
Right. Well, because if you show up on the date they usually come, I think, isn't Ron White that date?
No.
That's January 2nd, right?
He's 2nd, they're 3rd. And January 1st, we have yet to book a show. But anyway, we will be back with you with a really special guest. They have a very, very tasty product, and you'll see it in just a minute.
Did you know City of Sarasota drinking water is very safe? Tested every 2 hours. Delivered right to your house. Much more affordable than bottled water. Environmentally friendly. and it tastes good. City of Sarasota Water. Safe, affordable, environmentally friendly.
And welcome back to At the Van Wezel. And as I said earlier, I'm so excited with our next guest. This is a fabulous idea, and it's just wonderful. And I'm going to slaughter the name, Fass. And Robert and Debbie Kay are here. They're an entrepreneurial husband and wife team. And welcome to At the Van Wezel.
Well, thank you. We're thrilled to be here.
Good. Well, this is a taste before you buy: oil, vinegar, spirits, spices. Tell us, how did you come out with this great idea?
Well, during a 2-week hiatus from my service in Afghanistan, rather than fly home, I had Debbie and my daughter Shannon fly to Europe and meet me there. They wanted to pick up a couple of bottles of wine to bring home as gifts.
Sure.
And I said, well, let's try that little shop over there. And it happened to be a Fass shop.
Oh my goodness. And now there's one in Sarasota. Where are you folks located?
We are right on Main Street at 1469 on the north side of the street between Lemon Avenue and Five Points.
Oh, great, great. So you're very conveniently located. And it was wonderful that you were was it Germany, and you just came up with this idea after visiting the shop?
Well, I looked at the reaction of Debbie and my daughter Shannon, and they were excited at everything they were tasting. And so I started looking around the shop and seeing all the different things he had, all the scotches and the brandies and the oils and vinegars. And so I asked the shop owner, I said, how did you put this together? And he said it was a franchise. So I said, really? Is it in the U.S. yet? He says, I think so. So we started looking into it, and
Sarasota is a perfect place, isn't it?
Sarasota is perfect, and we're the number 8 shop in the U.S.
Oh, that's great. And I have not tasted any of these products yet, but I'm just intrigued by the packaging. Can you show folks? It's like they come apart and you can stack them?
Well, this is just one of many types of bottle choices that you've got. With the U.S. liquor laws, all of our spirits have to come pre-bottled, and they're custom bottled for us in several different sizes, ranging from 100 milliliters all the way up to 750 milliliters, which is roughly a fifth. The oils and the vinegars we dispense on site, and we have probably 40 different types of bottles, all different looks, all different shapes, ranging in sizes from anything from 100 milliliters, which you can carry on a plane with you, all the way up to a full liter.
That's just, I think that's an incredible idea. I really love it, and I'm sure they're going to be fabulous to taste, but it says somewhere in the literature from the cask. So do you have casks in the store?
From the cask. We actually have a pyramid of 27 casks in our store, which we sample aged spirits from. So single malt scotches and cognacs and armagnacs and grappas. People sample from the cask, and then they choose a different size bottle to purchase and take home with them.
I've done that, abroad and it's such a fabulous to be in a distillery and have the opportunity to do something like that. And this is so convenient for people. And now, do you do cooking classes or something like that?
We actually have paired with with quite the chef. Craig Chasky is his name. Significant time on the Food Network. And a lot of high-profile catering, but he does cooking classes for us right in the store.
Oh, wow, that is incredible. Well, we have Alton Brown, who's from the Food Network, coming this year to the hall, so we're going to be doing a little cooking on the stage, so you'll have to come join us.
Very nice. They probably know each other.
Yeah, they probably do, and you maybe could talk Alton Brown into some special oils and spices.
We would love it.
Wonderful. And how do you select the products that you have?
Well, it is a franchise. Fass is the producer of some of the best vinegars in the world. We have a number of different fruit vinegars that are from them, and they're actual fruit and fruit juice fermented and aged in wood barrels, just like you would make a good wine or spirit. They also stay very involved in the selection of the different oils and spirits from around the world. mostly Europe, but you know, they're well versed in selecting very high quality items.
That's absolutely special, because I know people love to do that when they're abroad on vacations and things, and now they don't have to go anywhere. They just go to Main Street.
That is true.
How do people, if other than you know, knowing your street address, how do people get in touch with you?
It's pretty easy. We have a very active and up-to-date Facebook page where people can just search Von Fass Sarasota, and they can subscribe right from our Facebook page to our newsletter to know what's going on in the store, if we get new products, if we have cooking classes or scheduled dinners in the store, wine tastings, things of that nature. Or they can call us. Our phone number is 941-365-2137.
You want to repeat that?
That is 941-365-2137.
I just signed up today for your newsletter, and I'm really excited about it, because I must admit, until I heard about our sponsorship, I didn't know you existed, and so it's really wonderful for me. We're going to have, folks, a Van Wezel tasting party. Don't you think that would be a fantastic idea? So we'll maybe come up with an idea like that, and maybe give away some tickets while we're down there, and put together a promotion. So
That'd be nice.
Might even have to put something together with Alton and Craig and
There you go.
and some Von Fass products. And I think the two of them and their talents and our products, we can make it tasty.
So folks, go on down to Von Fass and get cooking, and you know, have a little spirit to go with it. And we will be back in just a minute, and thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much for having us.
And welcome back to At the Van Wezel. And if you want to know where Julie and I'll be checking things out, it'll be at Von Fass.
Down at Von Fass.
That
Boy,
was just
wow, lots of
amazing.
fun that sounds like.
But I must tell you that the tickets go on sale September 7th, and they'll be at the box office. And they also are available. They're all during the month and right up through showtime. And 953-3368 or www.vanwezel.org. And for the 2 days of on sale, we're also taking appointments if you want to make a specific appointment. But anyway,
you must go through the box office with that. No,
Yes.
no online with
yeah.
that.
But next, we have a lot of country shows coming, and added to that is to Rodney Atkins, who we've talked about. You wanted to mention we have a country package.
Yes, we do. If you buy all 5 of the shows, the country shows, you get a 15% discount.
And that
As a
country
package.
package includes Rodney Atkins, Clint Black, Kenny Rogers, and Clint is on November 22nd. Kenny is on February 8th. Merle Haggard. Merle Haggard, he hasn't been here well, I don't think he's ever been here,
I don't
on
think he's ever
January
been
29th. And then Mr. Vince Gill, my favorite, on March the 21st. And those are some great shows. Then we have lots of stars coming. Yanni is coming, and Yanni on December 1st. Yanni, last time he was here, rocked the building. He was amazing. Then we've got Neil Sedaka. He's on January 7th. Engelbert Humperdinck on the 19th of January. And tell us about our special Valentine's Day show, Julia. Who do we have in store?
Tony Bennett, and
And-
he's going to be lovely. I mean, that's going to be an exciting evening. You can make reservations for
With
dinner that
Madison's.
night.
Oh, it'd be
Madison.
wonderful.
It's going to be really wonderful.
And of course, what season at the Van Wezel would be complete without the Irish?
That's right.
Of course, we have Christmas in Ireland, but then we also have, for their final tour,
The Irish Rovers.
and they're here on
They
February
always
13th.
say it's the final tour.
No, but
I
this
think
one
this
is
one
really,
is
they
really
say
the final
crack is,
tour.
you know, the
Yeah.
crag is over. And then we have the Irish Tenors, which is a totally different kind of Irish show, and that's on February the 13th. And then we have Rhythm of the Dance, that's February 28th.
And this is all new, modern, up-to-date show, so come see it.
Yeah, they're a
Even
great
if-
group.
yeah, it's really
And then
good.
even though they're not really Irish, we've put Natalie McMaster and Donald Leahy, but they do Celtic. And I think that's why, in my mind, they stand out.
So all you Nova Scotians, don't get upset.
Don't get upset.
We know they're from Canada.
We know they're from Canada, you know, or Nova Scotia. But anyway, that's here on April the 13th, and I heard it rumored they might be bringing their children because Natalie and Donnell are married. So that would be a special show. And then we have our Broadway babies. And of course, because Mandy Pentanken is that group, we better call them Broadway royalty, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
And new royalty on the cover of our season brochure is Katharine McPhee. And Katharine McPhee has been starring on the show about Broadway musicals, Smash, for the last 2 years. I'm sure many of you remember her as
love that show.
finalist. I love that show too. As a finalist on American Idol. And as all the men in our office would tell you, she's gorgeous.
Oh, she is.
Oh, my goodness.
Another
And
pretty face on the
she's
front
here
cover.
on January the 13th. And then another Broadway baby, Bernadette Peters. And I could listen to Bernadette every day
so
of the
can I.
week. And she's here at the holidays on December 15th. Linda Eder. Now, everybody thinks Linda Eder is this great Broadway diva, and Linda laughs because she's been in one show, but she was so phenomenal in it. She was in Jekyll and Hyde, playing Lucy, and she blows Sarasota away every time she comes. That's on the 30th of January. I want to mention Sutton Foster.
Yes, Sutton Foster. I love Sutton Foster. First
She's-
saw her in Thoroughly Modern
Thoroughly
Millie, but-
Modern Millie. She was the understudy, went on, won the Tony,
Yeah.
Has won
in-
another Tony. She's been in Anything Goes. She played the princess in Shrek. She's just been, and I know all the little girls love her because she was starring in that Disney family show, Bunheads.
Bunheads.
And then it wouldn't be Broadway
Oh no!
royalty
What is your
without
favorite one? I know you saved
Patti
the best for
LuPone.
last.
Patti LuPone. I adore Patti, and she's coming in a new show. And Patti will be here on the 25th of March. And Patti is got the voice that will just send you through the roof. It's an amazing voice.
Yes.
Then we have some tribute shows. We have some shows for some fallen stars that aren't with us anymore. And we have a special one with John Denver, of Rocky Mountain High.
Yeah, that's going to be excellent.
It is, and I saw John Denver in person, and this one on November 23rd, they have films of him playing, and then his band, members of his band will be playing live
Yes.
right in front of it, and so it should be a very special evening. And then we're going to rock out with, again, your telephone ring with ABBA, the show.
Yes.
That was here before, and the audience went wild, didn't they?
Yes, and we'll go wild with them.
We will, and that's also in January. And then we haven't had a Bee Gees show, and this is Staying Alive.
Yes, and I think that's going to be exciting.
You know,
All
it
you
should
Bee
be.
Gees fans.
I mean, I was listening to the radio the other day, and I think 2 Bee Gees songs played in the hours. And then, not tribute, but nostalgia, we have Under the Street Lamp, and these are members of the Jersey Boys that will be doing Frankie in the Valley and the Four Seasons music. This is a very much Frankie Valley season because
Yes.
we have him here, Under the Street Lamp, in December. And then we have the Midtown Men coming, who were here last year.
And these are like the 4 guys, the original guys from the cast of Jersey Boys, right?
And they'll be here later. And then we have the Hitmen, which is comprised of real live Four Seasons.
Yes.
And Tommy James and the Shondells. So the
Yes.
whole band, you can't call it a tribute show because it's them. So we have some of the Four Seasons and some of the Shondells with us, and they're going to do all sorts of shows. And then in that nostalgia theme, I don't know how many of you were like me that ran home after school every day to watch Where the Action Is. I did. I
With
swear to
Paul
God.
Revere and the
Paul
Raiders.
Revere and the Raiders and the Association and Mitch Ryder.
Well, you're
and they
younger
will
than
be
I
here.
am.
Oh yeah,
I
by
don't
at least
remember
20
that.
years.
Yeah.
You know, and they'll be here in March as well. So
Yeah.
that's going to be great. And then jazz. This is the thing that you love, Julia.
Yeah.
You love jazz.
Yeah.
And of course, we've talked about Dave Koz and Winton, but we're bringing the Preservation Hall Jazz Band back, and they're of course from New Orleans. Have you been to Preservation Hall? I bet you have.
I have, you
Me
betcha.
too. And they're here January 5th. And then a show that you made me come to last year, no, it was maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah, a couple
The
years
Neville
ago.
Brothers. Well,
Yes.
this time, and let me tell you, it was the best thing Julie ever did because I loved it. But Aaron Neville, who is sort of the lead of the brothers, is coming along with the Dirty Dozen New Orleans band. And
Brass band,
Brass
yeah.
band.
Dirty Dozen Brass Band.
And so that is March the 13th.
That's going to be an exciting show.
And then we have just a few more to tell you about. 50 Shades, the parody musical, is back.
Coming back.
Coming back. The audience was hysterical, and that's December 2nd. Alton Brown, which is a show that you can't wait for because he's
Yes.
a chef, and that's the Edible Inevitable Tour. The Hungarian Folk Ensemble, In December, Harold Arlen, who wrote all that fabulous music for The Wizard of Oz, Over the Rainbow, he's here on March 11th. In the Mood, a great wartime music. The Peking Acrobats will be here. I'm always happy when we have an acrobats troupe leave because they do things that make me so nervous.
Wreck.
Oh my God, I'm just like, don't please fall on the children in the front row, you know, because they stack chairs up to the ceiling.
Or us in the 10th.
There you go. Glenn Miller Band will be, Glenn Miller Orchestra will be back. Then we have, for those of you, and everybody knows I went to South Africa last year, and so we have Johnny Clegg and Ladysmith Black Mambaza coming, and that's on the 23rd of March, and you're not going to want to miss this one bit because this is amazing. We have Masters of Illusion with all their illusions back, and then tell them about Price is Right.
Oh, The Price is Right, starring Emmy award-winning Todd Newton, handsome man that he is.
Yes.
But The Price is Right, the actual live stage show, is going to be right here in Sarasota. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, so you can come down and literally be called up, you know, come on down. And you also don't have to buy a ticket. You can sign up to be on the show, and they
That's
pick
right.
those at random, but you aren't able to see the show unless you're inside the theater. But there's actual prizes being given out, and that is on November the 7th. So we have a huge season. We even mentioned again the Broadway shows, the dance, and the classical. And again, to get tickets, you come to the box office, you call us at 953-3368, or go to the website at
vanwezel.org.
www.vanwezel.org. And I tell you, if we don't have a show that you like, then something's wrong with you, because
Yeah.
I tell you, there is a lot of great shows here.
And like us on Facebook, because if you like us on Facebook, you're going to get all the top news like now.
And join our email club,
And
because
join
our
our
email
email
club,
club.
you
Same
win
thing.
tickets and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll see you next month at the Van Wezel.